안녕하세요,
안녕하세요,
여러분.
여러분. 저희는 오늘 진행을 맡게 될
12학년의 김찬양,
1학년의 이성준입니다.
왕. 오늘은 저희가 무엇을 해볼 거냐 하면, 바로바로,
만화 선생님과 함께하는 큐앤에이를 진행해보자 합니다.
먼저 시작하기에 앞서 오늘 저희가 특별 게스트를 모셨습니다. 그분은 오늘 모실 선생님을 매우 좋아하는 제자 중 한 분이시죠? 바로 소개 부탁드립니다.
안녕하세요. 12학년생 이해한입니다. 안녕하세요. 잘 부탁드립니다.
네, 저희 영상에 출연해주셔서 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
아니에요.
네, 그럼 이제 선생님을 뵈러 가보실까요?
와,
Hello.
차.
Hello, teacher.
Gabriel. Hello.
Thank you for coming to our Q&A video.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me too.
We've come up with 7 questions that students have been curious about teacher Gabriel. 자, 그럼 let's get started. Question number 1. How old are you, teacher?
This year I'm 25 years old.
Wow,
Oh.
you're very young.
네.
Thank you.
Oh, really? Question number 2. Why did you join MHA as a teacher?
When I joined MHA as a teacher, I was looking for a beginning of a career. I just graduated from university 6 months before I applied to MHA, and I just wanted to start working. Simply put.
Oh. Are you satisfied?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
I think I came back 3 times already.
Oh,
Yeah, this is my 3rd time coming back.
wow.
Number 3. What are the pros and cons of being a teacher in MHA?
The pros would be being exposed to another culture, the Korean language, and having the opportunity to learn about Korean work ethics. I think MHA also provides free lunch, so you get the chance to try different Korean dishes too. For the cons, I think that would be adjusting to the difference in culture as well, and sometimes the inevitable language barrier. Like for example, you want to express something but you can't. Yeah. So, however, there are a number of Korean staff, students, and teachers in MHA who go out of their way to learn English and can speak English. So I guess this is something everyone works around with to be able to communicate efficiently.
Question number 4. What was the hardest or best thing while being a teacher at MHA?
So if I look back, I think the best experience I've had was when I was taken to Cebu for a field trip. I've never been to Cebu. And that was also I think my first flight in the Philippines, because I haven't flew anywhere in the Philippines.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
so that was my first time, in the Philippines, because my first trip was outside of the Philippines, so I haven't traveled much. And it was my first time experiencing having to look after a lot of students. Good thing grade 9's advisor then, Teacher Che, was there to lead.
Oh, I wanted to join there also.
I joined it.
Yeah, Songjin was a good student.
Thank you, teacher.
And question number 5 is, what is the most interesting about Korean culture? And the reason for that answer is?
I would say the most interesting about Korean culture is their language. The reason for that is I believe that language is the main showcase of a culture, from songs to expressions. Of course, with the songs, you know what kind of songs I like. And I always find it fascinating how things mean relatively similar despite the difference in language. I think there are a lot of expressions that can be translated to English, like like when you say something is someone is thinking like an old person, like that. There's also an equal in English, something like that. So lastly, I chose this reason because since I was young, I have been fascinated in learning uh, different languages. When I learned some basic Mandarin when I was in grade 3.
Oh,
Mm,
grade 3.
Just basic.
Oh,
Question number 6. Are there any Korean culture that are difficult to accept or understand for you? What would be the reason for that?
Mm, I think when I was exposed to the Korean culture in MHA, I think the part that I had some difficulty was the way they speak, like the jondemal and the banmal, like that. So it's something difficult to understand for me because in Filipino we only have po and opo to show respect, and in English you just say please or just adjust your tone. However, in Korean culture, there is an important emphasis on formality. So it's usually a bit difficult to communicate because you feel like there's a foreshadowing occurrence of disrespect towards someone older than you or Koreans in a higher position when you try to speak Korean. So just that.
mm, I can understand. Imagining that I was a foreigner, that would also be difficult. So, what's the next question?
Next question is, what would you be if you weren't a teacher?
If I weren't a teacher, I think I would be a lawyer. Uh, it's a dream I want to pursue someday, and I'm possibly saving up for. Actually, before I joined MHA, I already took the qualification exam. I actually passed, and I didn't start becoming a law student because I think it would be some. I wanted to earn money, so that's why I didn't go. But then hopefully in the future, it's still something I can pursue.
Well, thank you for your answering our question sincerely. I was surprised to see some amazing answers that were different from what we expected. Uh, Especially, I was really surprised by the answer to question 6. It was really surprise for me. But which one was the most surprising for you? Yeah.
Oh, the most surprising answer for me was actually when I heard that he was supposed to be a lawyer. I lawyer has to study really well. So, like, my view of, my view of watching Teacher Papa changed. Like, oh, he's so great.
Not really. It's my turn to ask questions now to students. Okay, so number one, how has the current situation changed your student life?
In the past, I used to live in the dormitory school, but these days I think I spend time alone. Yeah, most of the time.
That's right.
So now you spend more of your time alone. Did I get your answer right?
Yeah.
Okay, So you spend more time with people before. Now you're more often alone. Okay, so number 2. Okay, so I assume you will just answer. Okay, so if you could describe the Philippines in one word, what word would it be and why?
To describe the Philippines in one word, maybe it is hometown. This is because I have lived in this place for 5 years since middle school. I spent a lot of time there and made many good memories. So when I left there, I feel like missing it so much.
Really? Is
Yeah.
that an honest answer?
My hometown is Korea.
Me too.
Okay, so let's move on to question number 3. What positive message can you share with other students in the world?
Ooh,
Positive message.
question.
I think positive message I will send to other students in the other world is that the virus will disappear over time in any country. So we will be able to meet our classmates.
So
Okay,
I
so
think
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So you miss your classmates.
Little bit.
Oh, I will cheer for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think that's a really good message for other students because I think we have different situations at home. Like not everyone has a. I think it's a reality that not everyone has the same situation. Like other students' homes can be a good home, other students' homes can be a not so good home. So I think that's something to hope for. Thank you, Songjun, for your message. And for my 4th question, what are the pros and cons of studying online?
I think the advantage of online classes is that being able to take classes at home without going to school in person, and the disadvantage are less concentration of the students and more homework than face-to-face classes.
I agree.
Okay, so I think it's like a double-edged sword, right? Like you get some positive things and bad things about it. Okay, so for my last and final question, where would you be 5 to 10 years after you graduate from MHA?
I think I will working for a small and medium-sized company after 5 to 10 years. But I'm not sure if I'm a permanent position employee.
Hey, have your dream bigger.
Okay.
Work in Samsung, work in Apple. You can do that.
Maybe you can do business like that or FICO. Like a part-time. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it for my questions. I only had 5.
Wow.
Thank you for kindly answering our questions and thank you for joining our video. Thank you, teacher.
Suddenly ending. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you're welcome.
We don't have a question anymore. Yeah.
Okay, thank
Thank
you very
you.
much for having me. Okay, so I can go.
Now we will have a time to ask the teacher hidden questions.
Oh,
Hidden question.
question.
Okay.
Dudung. First question.
Hmm.
Yes, first question is, what is your MBTI?
My MBTI is INFP.
오,
Mm.
INFP.
Same with me.
Are you? Wow.
Wow.
I'm also in.
You are also into tea, 성준?
I'm also.
Oh,
Oh, we're the same. Okay, so
your destiny.
it doesn't work like that.
Anyway, next question. Dadan.
Do you still like twice?
Oh, so that's the question.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I still like twice.
Oh.
They
And
help a
you're-
lot in the pandemic.
Mm.
You can't do anything. You can just watch and do like that. Yeah,
And your bias is still Sana?
of course.
Oh, true love. I will support you. Next question, please.
Next question is,
Become friends with Sana but turn into a beggar. Versus get 4 billion pesos but become enemies with Sana.
Is this really a question? Okay, so of course, even if I'm not that kind of what do you call it? Fasting like that, like crazy fan, not like that. So I can still be. I'm still in reality. So
Mm.
yeah. Should there be an answer? I don't think both questions are rational to answer. So,
No, you should choose one.
I can only choose one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, no pass. You should
Lopez.
Can you cut this from the?
You have to choose.
Okay, well, I think if I become a beggar, I can still get money after I become a beggar.
Oh,
Oh.
So
how?
yeah, become friends rather than enemies. I think life is best spent without enemies. Yeah, that's a life that's well spent.
No, teacher, enemies can turn into love.
They don't even know you, so if you become an enemy, they don't know you more.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, this was. Anyway, next question.
Yes.
Okay.
Last question.
Lastly, do you have anything you want to say to MHA students?
Do I have
Well,
anything? Do I have anything to say to MHA students? Yeah. Well, I think so. From far that I've known students from MHA, I think, of course, there is a part of you that I only know in school, and there's a part of you that you're like that outside. So, you know what? The world will be saying a lot of things to you when you grow up. When you grow up, when you go out of university, when you start working, there will be a lot of things that you will hear, good and bad. Well, as long as you do things that make you happy, that's what you should look out for. Okay, and always keep on guarding your mental health. That's something really important because I think in the height of this pandemic, that's one of the things that should be taken care of. And you should always put your mental health with priority. Okay, if there are things or people or environment situations that leave you feeling mentally tired, leave it, stop it. Yeah. So yeah, just live life with a positive mindset and yeah, keep going. I think life will be a roller coaster ride because if it's not a roller coaster ride anymore, you're not alive. If it's so good, you're not alive. Yeah. So there will always be good and bad. Yeah. I think that's
아,
so cheesy.
yeah. You asked me for a message I want to say, but yeah.
I did not expect that you would be this serious. So deep. But I think that it's a good message to keep in mind.
Yeah. And I think 10 years from now, 15 years from now, it will make sense.
Oh. So
Yeah.
Thank you
Any
for
more?
lecturing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Bye, teacher.
Tido-
Okay.